Hey, this is Greg DeGarian, CEO of TempWorks Software, with a message for you marketing professionals at staffing companies. You know, even our clients who happen to enjoy an integrated CRM and email marketing system struggle with how fast email marketing is changing over the years. It used to be, actually going back to the direct mail days, where you had the chance to present a rather long message to your prospect. And that may have been true in email marketing 10 years ago, but it's certainly not true today. I'm sure you get a lot of spam email yourself and are very used to rifling through it with the delete key. Now, today email needs to be really short, and it needs to be not just concise, but also very applicable to the person that you're writing to. Any sort of general or vague message is going to get deleted right away. So let's just look at a few examples of what I'm talking about there. And maybe I'm hoping that it'll give you some ideas for how to improve your own emails. So here I have one from a staffing company or recruitment company. And they write to me, Dear Greg, we are currently representing an experienced software sales executive who has sold CRM, e-learning, and collaboration tools to the Fortune 500, and so on. Now, they probably think that's great, but they're talking about their product, not my need, and they're talking about it in a very general way. They're not mentioning the individual's name. I can't go to see a profile. In fact, I get these kind of emails so often, I'm aware of the fact that it's just a bunch of garbage. It's false. They're not thinking of a particular candidate at all. They're just thinking about themselves. They haven't done any research on me. They don't really know who I am. They probably bought a list from an email marketing company that maintains a list, sells them 50,000 names at a time, and they just blast this stuff out. It doesn't work anymore. No point in trying to pursue that path. Here's another example of a bad one. Hi, Greg. I hope you are doing fine. I am Kamal from Nugent Software. The purpose of my email is to find synergy. I stop there. Find synergy. Those might be English words, but that's just not how people talk. It gives me the feeling that this is someone who isn't comfortable with themselves, isn't comfortable with the product, isn't comfortable selling. The reality is that CEOs and CFOs do want to hear from really competent salespeople because they know those people represent great products and are going to be very efficient in delivering their message to them. So using terms like finding synergy, really, that's a delete right there. I get these all the time. It's really important to have understood who it is you're emailing to. There's no notion that he knows who I am. It's just a blast. It's not targeted whatsoever. It's garbage. These kind of emails get you possibly banned from certain sites, basically labeled as an email spammer, and will keep other important emails perhaps getting through to important customers. So be careful about sending out this kind of spam. Let me show you some good examples of an email. Here's one, a recruiter or a company that responded actually to an ad I placed for a content writer. I placed the ad on Craigslist. Hi, your need for a top-performing technical writer. So already he's talking about my needs. He's connecting with me. He's not sending this out to 50,000 people. Is an excellent match for my 9-year history as a #1 ranked multitasking writer. Now, he probably has most of this message canned for his prospects, but still, he's taken the time to identify me and let me know that he knows something about me. It's also a pretty powerful opening statement. I think the rest of his message, although it has some good things in it, he gives me a chance to get a feeling that he has concrete experience writing content for software companies. It's still a little bit long. I'd rather just have had a link as opposed to a Word document, a link to profiling some of his stuff. Still very good. Here's another one I thought was great, and it happens to be by Laura Barato, the marketing director for TempWorks. And so she writes, Dear Greg, I'm excited to share our July newsletter with you. So first of all, she's maintained this list very carefully. We've created this list over many years at TempWorks, and she keeps her message very short. Says, if you have a second later on, feel free to look over our newsletter. So I can set it aside. I probably am not going to delete it. I might just leave it there in the inbox, or I might put it in a folder of stuff that I might try to get around to it sometime, or maybe I'll click on it right away. Now, one more thing about her email. This link here isn't just a link to our newsletter. It actually is packed with a code that would identify me as someone who's reading it. So now salespeople can follow the trail of the prospect and see which products maybe the prospect goes and checks up on our website. So this is Greg DeGarian with Temperx Software. Thank you very much.